7 hacks to get your first real estate wholesaling deal. What's up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 7 hacks. Not a lot of y'all starting out in real estate wholesaling, especially beginners in wholesaling real estate, are using stuff you guys aren't most likely doing that could potentially give you your first real estate wholesaling deal. And if I'm a betting man, you could easily get your first real estate wholesaling deal with any of these strategies. I'm calling them hacks because most real estate influencers don't talk about this. Not a lot of people in my audience that are following me are actually doing this. So I think this would be very, very interesting that you guys should be going after this. And hopefully y'all take some notes and get your first deal with this method. So before we get into it, smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So without further ado, in no order of importance, this is not a ranked video, but let me kind of break down because y'all need this. Like, we got to get into it right now. So number one, probably one of the best ones out here, one of my biggest hacks for getting your first real estate wholesaling deal is reverse drawing for dollars. And before you go like, this is boring, right? Reverse drawing for dollars. I got to do a poll, but I can almost guarantee and bet less than 10% of my audience watching this video right now has physically done over 100 drawing for dollars leads. Reverse drawing for dollars leads, my bad. So over 100 of y'all have not done honestly, probably 100 of y'all haven't done drawing for dollars, but I can almost guarantee most of y'all haven't done a 100 reverse drawing for dollars leads. That's basically when you get those yellow sticky notes, you slap that on an ugly looking house or a code violation, pre-foreclosure, fire damage property, like any of those type of government lists, and said, hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about the property. Please give me a call back, and just slap that on there. I guarantee most of you guys haven't done it. And I'm telling you guys, like, I can't beg you to do it, but I'm telling you guys should be doing it. It's like direct mail. Seller leads come to you. It's practically free. And you don't have to cold call. You don't have to door knock. Like, it's so much better than that. And the leads just come to you, and I have the whole scripts and everything for you. And it's absolutely amazing, and most wholesalers aren't doing it. One caveat I can tell you to this is like amazing, and most people understand, is if I'm doing regular drive for dollars, right? I'm driving around town, and let's say I'm looking for an ugly house and I found 100 houses, right? I write down the address and I go call that list, right? Pretty good, right? The thing is, I would say about 30 of those people are going to pick up the phone, right? So I talked to 30 conversations of people of those driving for dollars leads. Pretty good. I might get a deal out of that, right? Awesome. Cool. The thing is, if you do reverse drawing for dollars, you could probably get 60 conversations from that list, which means you talk to 30 more people that no other wholesaler. So if you're in like Houston, where everyone's doing a lot of drawing for dollars, you had 30 more conversations. Now, you had 30 conversations with sellers that nobody else in that crazy, quote unquote, saturated market had with anyone. Think about that for a second. You literally had 30 more conversations than anybody else, or you talk to 30 sellers that nobody, because some sellers just don't pick up the phone and you call them, but if you stick the sticky note, they'll call you. You don't have to pay for skip tracing in this. You just, guys, the leads come to you. It's such an easier conversation, okay? It's way better. So I am imploring all of you guys to be doing that. Please do it, guys. I'm telling you, it's a great one. So number 2 is Zillow for sale by owners. I absolutely love Zillow for sale by owners. Most of you guys aren't doing it, and it's a really good hack to get your first deal because, I mean, the profits aren't as insane as a reverse drawing for dollars on like a probate, right? But it's still a very, very good one. And one thing I can tell you right now with Zillow for sale by owners is you're going to get a lot of practice talking to sellers, which is going to even help you get a first deal because it's going to increase your confidence talking to a seller. So it's hands down an amazing list to be going after, and one I highly recommend. Zillow for sale by owners. You guys see me cold calling them. Just go to freewholesaling.com and learn exactly how to do it the right way. Number 3 here is the arrest record list. The arrest record list is really good, guys. Most of you guys aren't pulling this list. Most wholesalers in general aren't pulling this list. And I don't know what you guys are missing out, because it is an amazing list to be going after, and one I highly recommend for all new real estate wholesalers. Now, yes, these people are arrested, but they're still people. They're still homeowners. They still need to sell the property, right? Still a very good real estate wholesaling list to be going after. So it's definitely something I still highly recommend. Just pull the people that got arrested, see if they own property, and see if they want to sell the property. I kind of figured this list out because I was wholesaling a lot of deals, and a lot of these people were getting arrested. I'm like, oh, they're getting arrested. It was interesting. And then I'm like, well, if I pulled the arrest record list, because I was paying a fortune for these types of leads, I would have gotten that real estate wholesaling deal, and that would have been really, really good. So definitely a really, really good one. Number 4 here, guys, is bandit signs. That's how I got my first $100,000 in real estate wholesaling. And a lot of people aren't doing bandit signs anymore. Not all the big influencers don't talk about them pretty much. There's a reason why, because I mean, a lot of cities have really cracked down on it, but some cities haven't cracked down, and you can still get a really good real estate wholesaling deal if you do bandit signs. So I definitely recommend bandit signs still. It's still one you guys should be going after. It's still a really, really hot type of list if your market's really good for it. So if you're starting out, try to test them out. We buy ugly houses, little white sign, put it on Sharpie. Could do very well. It's always worth experimenting on this. Number 5 here is one that not talked about as much as maybe like a code violation or a probate, but this is JVing. And you might not conventionally think JVing to get your first real estate wholesaling deal, but it is definitely a thing you could do to get your first deal. I mean, JVing, if you are really good at finding cash buyers and you haven't gotten your first deal because maybe you're bad at locking deals up, maybe you can find someone in your market that's really good at locking deals up, and maybe a little partnership so you get some money, you can spend on your marketing, make it a little easier for you if you're bad at it, right? That's definitely something that could be really good. Go off your strengths. There are people that are really good at closing deals. There's people really good at selling deals. There's people really good at marketing, people that are terrible at marketing, right? If you can connect with someone in like a Facebook real estate investing group or in the comments of a video like this or any of the live streams I have here, potentially going to be really, really good for you in real estate wholesaling, and definitely one you should consider. So definitely one I think you should think about. Just think about JVing. I'm telling you, it's going to be a very, very powerful tool. I do a lot of JV deals. Everybody knows that. But I'm telling you, like, it works really well. So I do recommend JVing possibly for you. This isn't a plug for JVing with me at all, but you could if you want, but not really. Like, it's for you, right? So just think about it. Number 6 here is fire damage properties. A lot of people, they hear me talk about how to do fire damage properties, right? Properties that went on fire. But you guys hear me, but a lot of you guys aren't doing it, right? And full disclosure, probates aren't on this list because I've hammered probates hard, and a lot of you guys have actually gone after probates, and y'all are doing really good deals with probates, right? I'm very proud of y'all that are going after probates, so it's just very, very interesting, the ways that I tell people to do a list, and most of y'all go after some of them. Like, you guys really go after code violations, you guys really go after probates because I tell you to, and you guys do really well with that. Fire damage properties really hasn't, been as hot for you guys. I don't know. You guys do a lot of water damage, but water shutoff list, but fire damage property is really good. So it's definitely one you should be guys doing. So just go to your local firehouse, fire department, and actually try to pull this list. Definitely a really good list for you guys to be pulling. Most of y'all aren't doing it. I don't know why, but it's definitely one. If you want to get your first real estate wholesaling deal, do it. It might be confusing with the insurance and everything, but your title company should help you out. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier than you think. And then number 7, last but not least, this is something that, since we're seeing inventory rising a little more, they're going to see more and more and more of, which is going to be pretty exciting. But these are pre-foreclosures. Pre-foreclosures, definitely something a lot of you guys are going after. But I don't think you guys understand that if you're doing pre-foreclosures last year, in the next year or two, there's probably going to be almost double the amount of pre-foreclosure type of leads that you can get. And it's going to be amazing. So the demand for pre-foreclosure, there's no really lists, like probates don't spike like double in like a year, right? It usually doesn't happen. But for pre-foreclosures, it's happening. Not for fire damage properties, right? Or arrest records, right? People usually get arrested the same amount, right? Properties go on fire, kind of the same amount. But like pre-foreclosures spikes and ebbs and flows. So I'm going to see a big spike up in pre-foreclosures, especially in my home state here in Florida. But for my other virtual wholesaling deals, like a lot of the JV deals I'm getting sent that we're doing, I'm getting a lot more pre-foreclosures than usual. And we're doing real estate wholesaling deals for them. So they're really good. Quick tip for everyone. If you combine pre-foreclosures with reverse drawing for dollars, woo! It's a killer combination, something you guys should be doing. So that is my top 7 hacks to get your first real estate wholesaling deal. Honestly, reverse drawing for dollars, for sale by owners, arrest records, bandit signs, JVing, fire damage properties, pre-foreclosures. Go after this list. What type of marketing channels do I recommend for them? Reverse drawing for dollars is kind of its own thing. You can reverse draw for dollars, code violations, water shutoffs, probates, fire damage properties. You can do all those, right? But that's a pretty good one. For sale by owners, basically just exclusively cold calling, right? Arrest record, you can SMS text blast if you don't want to call these people, cold call. I don't recommend reverse drawing for dollars for the arrest record lists. Bandit signs, just put them out in busy street corners, stop signs, red lights, stuff like that. JVing, Facebook groups, fire damage properties, probably cold calling is going to be your best one there. And pre-foreclosures, I'm going to say reverse drawing for dollars, because if you're behind on your payments and your mortgage for pre-foreclosures, probably not a big chance you're going to answer a cold call. So SMS text blasting, reverse routing for dollars is the best one out there. Just understand we have a huge pre-foreclosure module in freewholesaling.com that explains the whole process so you can understand it. So your seller might ask you some questions on it. So maybe you get educated on there. All for free, guys. So guys, check it out, freewholesaling.com. If you got any value from this, if you're ready to get your first deal, comment below. Love to see it. So guys, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed one.